Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and today a video about a game that I bought in a PlayStation Store sale quite a long time ago, and I think it was very cheap. It's called Brigade, and I'd say it's quite a strange game. I decided to start playing. I'm always kind of trying to play games that I've never played from my PlayStation Store library, or even my Steam library actually. And then it depends on what I'm doing in life and what games I'm playing that I'm really enjoying, so I won't bother. But I had a bit of space and I thought, let me try a few more. So I tried this, and it's interesting. So I didn't know much about it when I bought it, and I didn't know much about it going back into it. In fact, I hardly remember what it was. I'm not sure if it's meant to be played more in multiplayer, because there are 3 or 4 characters that you can pick from, and when you actually pick one, you only get the one character. How I kind of thought it was going to be is they all joined you as AI companions, but they don't, at least not now. So I think it might be a game that's geared more to multiplayer, but I don't know. But I don't play multiplayer, so it's fine. It works fine in single player anyway. You just get one of the characters and you can pick from 5. I'm not going to go back to character creation start because it's not really relevant. You just get 5 possible pre-built characters and you can pick which one you want. So this game is interesting. It's kind of very 40s-y in everything about it. If you want to think of The Mummy, the films from the 90s with Brendan Fraser, it's very similar in feel to those. It's got that kind of 1940s kind of tongue-in-cheek humour, kind of tongue-in-cheek action. Well, the action is quite hard actually. It's not an easy game. And there's lots of little secrets. You go into lots of places where you immediately get sealed in and you can't get out, so that's something to bear in mind if you're playing it. Often when you go into one area, you'll be sealed out of the area before, so actually you've done everything you want to do in the previous area. And basically, and this is just from like playing it for the last couple of days off and on, you're a kind of strange brigade. You go to sites where something's happened with, I'm going to guess, prehistoric or ancient artifacts and things like that, and investigate something that's been stolen or tampered with, a bit like Raiders, I don't know, something like that. So it's a mix of different movie types, but it's all right. I mean, the graphics are very good, I would say, very good. The character models are fine. The actual graphics of the temples and the buildings, and I've gone through quite a bit to get to this kind of dig site, through a lot of ancient mummies. Again, it's a bit like The Mummy. There's lots of mummies you have to shoot, and scorpion scarab things, and but yeah, the graphics look very nice. It's not an open world game in the sense of open world you can go anywhere you want, but it's not linear in the sense you're just running down a corridor. I'm in a corridor now because I've come inside this dig site, but before that it was quite a wide area where you could run around the outside of the dig site. There's a river, there's some bits you go up and down, there's some different buildings, so it's not linear in that sense. There's also quite a lot of puzzles and little secret things you pick up. You get used to how it works. It took me a little bit of time. There's coins lying around. You have to shoot certain things to open things. And once you look for different keys to things, some of the things remind me of Dragon Age as well, Dragon Age Inquisition, where you had to find codes to open things. But it's got a little bit of everything. And it's actually quite fun. I wouldn't say it's an easy game. I've got killed a few times. It's not a game where you can save it yourself. It saves at checkpoints, as I've said many times on the channel. Barring exceptions, I would say maybe Doom and those kind of fast-paced shooters I would give a pass to. But generally I don't like games that don't have saves. I don't know why, because forgetting getting killed, even in Doom, it's or those kind of games, it's assuming that you won't be halfway through a mission where something happens in your life. You know, the kids are crying, your friend comes round, you get a call, and you have to go out. So it's annoying because that happens in real life. Things happen where you think you're going to have time to play a game, you're halfway through a mission and you can't continue it, and then if you can't save it, you're just going back to the beginning again. I think that's I think that modern gaming in general needs to take into account that people are busy. They do things, they have, unless you're, it's fun when you're a teenager and you're sitting there just playing a game all night, like I used to when I was crazy. But most people have got things to do and things happening, and you can't just commit to playing a game, and you want to be able to save it without losing all the progress you've made. So it's not a system, no saves is not something I like in any game really. So anyway, you can see it looks very nice. It's got a weird kind of, I wouldn't say narration, but it's a kind of narrator that comments on things you do. That works quite well as well, because the game is very tongue-in-cheek. I don't think it's trying to take itself seriously, so I don't mind that in a game like this. I think the effects are nice, it looks nice, the combat's fun. It's a different looking game to lots of games. I suppose it's a bit like Tomb Raider in some ways. So like I said, it's got lots of different bits of movies and different games in it. And I think it's actually quite interesting. It's not as sort of one-dimensional or annoying as I kind of thought when I bought it. I thought it might just be something a bit silly that's just, but it's not. So let me just give you a heads up with this.
Looks like the local wildlife found Harbin long before the Brigade. How gruesome. By the Lord Harry, this can't be good. Oh, heavens! What long-forgotten evil have our heroes stumbled upon here, then? Will they even find out? Or will this terrifying tomb's residents prove to be too much for the Strange Brigade?
So you can see the 70s, you can see the 40s influence there with the way the screen is, the way the narrator talks, and it's okay. They obviously like you to use the environment. There's lots of barrels that explode and things like that, which you'll need to do. Weapons, you can pick up different ones. There's chests where you can buy different weapons, and they only last for the time that they've got ammo. I think that's how that works. I'm going to get killed somewhere here, but it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you how combat works. So, I'm not paying attention really. These little blue orbs give you more ammo. It's harder to find life than it is to find ammo. It's not a game where you pick up life all over the place. There's a red bottle of life there, by the way, I know that. There is melee, if you want to melee things. There is different weapons. That's a melee. You also have a kind of amulet thing that...
Oh, that's it, the old 1-2 punch.
I think I'll reinvigorate myself with more potion. And I'll go and pick up that extra potion. They obviously know you're going to need it here. Those kind of things give you more ammo. This girl's from up north, she's got a really over-the-top northern accent. But again, it works in the game because the game is very tongue-in-cheek, I think. Where's that main guy? Ow. I found a lot of the combat in this is running around a lot because there's often a lot of enemies. I've not been paying attention to that main enemy attacks at all. But yeah, a lot of it's running around because you'll find that there's usually a huge, overwhelming amount of enemies to fight, and you can't take them all on. The thing to be careful of, as in many games like this where you're overwhelmed with enemies, is not to get boxed in a corner. You pick up money when you kill things as well. There's loads of money around, so it's not a game where you're going to struggle for coins, I don't think. And there's always more ammo, so that's good. Combat works fine. I've got another gun, by the way. I've got a handgun, a bit like Doom, where you've got a handgun that's got infinite ammo, and I've also got a kind of sniper rifle thing that I kind of bought from a chest. But this isn't mission or a part where I'm going to want a sniper rifle really. So So what you really need to do in all the bits and pieces like this, which is quite a lot, where mummies come out, as you'd expect from a game like this, mummies appear from when there's that ammo dump, is to just take note of where the ammo dumps are and don't get caught in a corner. And how I usually find this works, and it may not be the plan for the whole game, is just to whittle them down gradually until you've got a manageable amount. I'm not bothered about the money at the moment. Oops, wrong way. There are grenades. There's lots of weapons upgrades, but I haven't got them yet, and I haven't ever had to throw a grenade, so I haven't thrown a grenade, so I'm not going to try that now. But there are other things. It's not as simple as you just get one gun and that's it. Is that annoying? Often in this you find that there's an enemy somewhere or something you need to do. Seal this, shoot that to end the ongoing amount of enemies spawning. And I guess this is going to be shoot that main.
Yes, the classic Brigade beatdown.
It would be, and again, because the way the narrator says the Strange Brigade in the narration about, if you heard that, where it's like the Strange Brigade are going to be in trouble again, I kind of assume that you're meant to all be there. So I think, in general, this is meant to be a game you play with others. Oh, I missed him. But, like I said, I don't know. It's just how it plays to me.
Yes, that's it. Medical magic, do your work.
But I think it looks good. It's a game where it's relatively easy to die, I will say that. There are a lot of, like I said, scorpion things. They're really annoying. They run at you and then they burrow underground, and they remind me of those, I can't remember what they're called now. The things in XCOM. But it's doable because, as with the mummy moving, none of these mummies or zombies, and they don't move very fast. So it's not that difficult to kind of run around doing it. Although I will say, I thought I killed that guy. So I'm going to guess, because I can guess from how this has just happened, that I'm meant to be doing a specific thing. That is something that I need to... Oh, that's it, probably.
Want it to have this?
Oh, it's a health potion. It's not as exciting as I thought. But yeah, as you can see, it does mean a lot of running around. That may just be me. And I think with lots of games like this, I'm using the sniper rifle now because I've run out of ammo. That's because I've not been paying attention properly. Where's my... Okay, well, we survived, and it was kill him. I think I had to kill him twice, apparently.
Ammo, yes please.
The simple quest to find Harbin reveals a dead horror from ancient times, awoken and set loose upon the world. Fear not, though. The Strange Brigade are on the case. gold have the strange brigade grabbed here, then? Unless my arithmetic is off, you can afford a new weapon. Oh, what fun!
So there you go, that worked out well. So I sorted out that situation with the mummies. That was the end. I didn't know if there was going to be more of that, but I did it. And I wasn't, as you could see from the way I was playing it, I wasn't paying 100% attention to what I was doing. There were a lot of enemies. If I'd been paying more attention, I would have been shooting some of the barrels around and trying to blow them up all in one go, but never mind. And that's how the combat works. But you saw from that last visual of the hot air balloon ship, or the it's got a lot of visuals that are quite interesting. There's lots of 40s visuals, and it all works. It all plays quite well. I like it. I think it's a game that the combat's fun, but it's not. You just saw from that. It's a bit repetitive. It means a lot of running around. So it's not got that kind of super flowy Doom, Inquisitor Martyr kind of combat, Trinity Fusion, where it's like the combat's so fun I don't really care what happens. But the combat's okay, and because the visuals are nice and the story is interesting and it's quite light-hearted and funny, you want to kind of play it just to see how it goes. So I quite like this. I'm going to keep playing it. I don't know how long the game is. I know nothing about it other than it's interesting and it's different, and I would say it's different. So if you want something different with, yes, you've got the shooting, you've got some combat, you've got some RPG, you've got a bit of humour, you've got mummies, you've got that, it's a game to try, and I think it's on a sale, and I think it was on a deep sale, and I don't think it's a new game, it's a good few years old. I think I would say get it and give it a go, because it's different and enjoyable. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Till next time, take care for now.